This is Bill Ross from the OpenSpace Trust here, and I'm going to share a presentation that was given to the people attending the annual general meeting 2024 of the OpenSpace Trust. So it's an update on ongoing work at St Mary's Chapel at the Kirk of St Nicholas under the East Sanctuary in Aberdeen, Scotland. So these are the things that have been completed to date. There's the prestigious archaeological excavations. We found lots of skeletons and disarticulated bones, and Alison Cameron led an archaeological team. So that's been well documented. We created a wheelchair access ramp for St Mary's Chapel, and we lowered the floor and made a wheelchair accessible toilet. And this is the door from the outside. And we created a small kitchen in here. And we also created a new crypt, and there's been a partial reinterment of the bones that were found during that archaeological dig from quite a few years ago. So in the end, we created a medium-sized venue at St Mary's. So this was used as the location for an escape room in the summer and autumn of 2023, with a slight witches' trial theme to it. And it was a collaboration with the Locked Door, which is an escape room company based in Aberdeen. So let's move on to what's happening now. So task one was to protect the floor of the chapel, and also to protect, this is the Rutherford desk with some of the 17th century wood carvings behind it. And here is the font that has the James Cromer Watt enamel designs on it, and also the communion table. First of all, they're removing all this plaster here that you can see on the vaulting and on this back wall. And we are removing this temporary boarding, and this temporary boarding will be replaced by some wooden carved panels that we'll see later in the presentation. And this shows more of the gypsum plaster that needs to be removed, and once that's taken back to the stone, we will replace it with lime plaster. This is the pillar that the witch's ring is attached to, and this is some of the stonework that was behind that temporary boarding that was shown in the previous slide. So you can see that a lot of that plaster work has been removed, and we're back to the stones that form the vaults. So this was painstaking work, removing the gypsum plaster, and the workmen were working on the platforms and working above their heads, so very tiring on the arms and the neck muscles. No power tools were involved. And you can see these very bright strip lights. They are to be removed, and those are the wall lighting that was on either side of the Rutherford desk. And as you can see, the wall lighting has now been removed, and those effective but insensitive strip lights have now been removed. We will be expecting to replace these with some uplighters and probably some lighting around this sort of level so that it accentuates the vaulting. We're also replacing the power supplies, and these distribution panels and meters, etc., will be enclosed as part of the phase 2 work. And then, as I said earlier, this sort of pale grey temporary boarding will be replaced with some of this 17th century carving, including, this looks a bit dusty, but that's the lion rampant, which is a symbol of the Scottish king, I think. I don't know whose initials these are, but there's W's in there and MCC, nothing to do with cricket. And you can see that phase 1, the architraves round the doors hadn't been done, so that will be part of phase 2 work. And then we'll create a new door into the East Sanctuary and crypt area with appropriate ecclesiastical mouldings. It'll probably be a Gothic pointed arch door, but we'll be keeping some of the ironwork from the medieval door that was here before. And underneath this protective covering, floor covering, there's quite a nice parquet floor, and we hope to restore that as part of the work as well. So thank you for your time. You can visit us at this www.openspacetrust.org.uk website, but you can also follow us on Instagram. OpenSpace Trust is the name of the site. And then on TikTok, we are at OST_ABZ.